What do you want most for those who are closest to you? If you're anything like me, it might be exactly what's described in John chapter 17, verse 23. This is the final in a 5-part series where we've taken a look at Jesus' prayer that his followers in every generation might be one in the same way that he is united with his Father in heaven. We've seen how incredibly descriptive and rich Jesus is as he prays about this unity, in teaching and instructing us what exactly it is that he's praying for and what it can look like when we decide that we want to work for that also. We've seen that the unity he's praying about is not uniformity. It's not private, just in the walls of the church. It's not watered down. It's not just what he prayed for first century believers. And today we want to look at the reality that it's not the end goal. Even though Jesus says way back before he starts praying about unity, I'm not going to pray for the world. It turns out he was praying for the world all along, but the best strategy for praying for the world was to pray for those who know him, that they might love one another, so that the world around would notice and seek out this deep, rich kind of love for themselves. Verse 23 says, "May we be brought to such complete or perfect unity that the world around us would come to know that you sent me and that you love them even as much as you love me," Jesus prayed. If we paraphrase that, it's just simply, may we be brought to such complete unity in our community that our city, our town, our village, the place where we live might come to know who Jesus is and how much God loves them. I have 4 young adult children and 1 grandchild who's almost 4 months old, and I will get to see her in about 1 hour. If you ask me what I want most for my kids and for my grandchild, I can tell you in a heartbeat. What I want for them more than anything else is that they would come to know, not as head knowledge, but deep in their being, who Jesus is and how much God loves them. That's what I long for every person that I know to come to know. Now, you might be watching this video and you wouldn't identify as a follower of Jesus, and you think, that's not at all what's on my list for the people around me. Why on earth would you say that what you want for them more than anything else is that they would know who Jesus is and how much God loves them? Well, I can't go into tremendous detail in a short video right here, but I'll just say this, speaking personally. The love that Jesus has for us, it's everything for me. It's my security. It's my confidence. It's the source of my strength. It's what gives me courage. It's how I experience forgiveness, not just for other people who hurt me, but sometimes it can be even harder to forgive yourself. All of that comes from Jesus' love. There's that old song that says, looking for love in all the wrong places. If you try to look for it in anything else, it can even be good things. When I've tried to look for a sense of security or meaning or purpose in my ministry, I'm just turning that into an idol. It's Jesus or it's just not going to last. Isn't it interesting that Jesus would pray for the very thing that those of us who know him and love him and would identify as his followers, that's what we want the most for the people around us. It's a byproduct, it's a result of our love for each other. It's actually that important. John 17, this prayer, is Jesus' strategy for fulfilling the Great Commission. I don't think we can out-strategize Jesus. There is nothing more important. This is how communities in every generation will come to know who he is and how much God loves them too. Thank you so much for tuning in for this series. Have a great day.